Good afternoon, ZeldaSpeedRuns. Time for another Majora's Mask Randomizer Standard Tournament Season 5 bracket race between Spec and Vidya James in Winner's Bracket Round 2. Joined today by Breekle Bash and Captain MD13. Hopefully we have a banger of the race. It's up to you guys.
Thank you so much, Saber. Well, Breegle, it's Sunday, but doesn't mean anything when it comes to Majora's Mask Rando. We're going to have a good day. Spec and Vidya, both excellent runners in their respective sides of the controller. So what do you think we're going to see today?
Not sure exactly. I know it's going to be a good match. Definitely two heavyweights in the tournament. Spec, the reigning champion, Jamie, another top player with a very, very good record.
Indeed, and we did see a unique item on the clock tower. We didn't get the best look at what it was. We're kind of juggling between Captain's Hat or something else, maybe. We'll cross that bridge in like a minute and a half.
Yeah, it's definitely something they're going to grab. It was something.
Now, that being said, I'm trying to think about what I would like to see. I have not seen a Fisherman game yet. Fisherman or Butler. I would love to see either of those.
I'm still holding out for Hugo. Or Beavers.
I can respect Hugo, for sure.
Poor guy has not been fed yet in Season 5.
Oh dear. Alright, well, drinks are poured. The runners have actually technically already kicked off 15 minutes ago, so... But for our purposes, we'll be getting started here in just under half a minute. But yeah, this has been a pretty crazy bracket so far. We've had some very wild races, some which have been like super jet, others that could have been jet, others that there was nothing you could do to make them jet.
Oh yeah, the past couple of days have been rough for the runners.
Now, that being said, folks, we are off. All right, what is our mysterious clock tower item? It is Captain's Hat.
And Deku Start, not bad.
Deku Start. Cafe appears to have a milk bottle and a heart piece.
Yeah, he does spend a lot of time at the milk bar.
I was about to say, does Cafe normally go to the bar?
If you read his diary in his room by Madame Aroma in the mayor's office, he mentions the milk bar quite a bit.
Ah, okay. Fair enough. All right, now I don't remember there being anything on the straw roof chest. Okay, never mind. It was a small gilded chest. Apparently it was so small I couldn't see it. Well, free milk bottle.
Interesting. Yeah, but only if they choose not to save Old Lady this cycle.
If they choose to save Old Lady, not to save Old Lady, and pick up either a Moon's Tear or a Hookshot. There's a world where that could be first logical bottle. Imagine.
It could be. It's not likely. It'd be interesting, though, for sure.
All right, so we've got Spec going for the south field opener, while Vidya's going to check the north side. That is a great fairy sword in the tree.
Very easy 100 rupees.
Oh, not Great Fairy. It was Razor, but even still, no Kokiri Sword Majora today.
Yeah, big relief to find any kind of combat upgrade this early. Before you do the Dongos or P-Hat.
And Beavers is dead already. Thanks, game.
It was one of the things I was hoping for.
Oh, stonks on Tingle, it looked like. But I did see that there was a big gilded on Stumpy.
And quad hints.
Ooh, a postman's hat on Tingle as well.
Seahorses have a bow.
Seahorses has a bow again. Ocean Spider House chest is ice arrows. That explained the captain's hat. And Road to Swamp is Wath.
Hey. I mean, knowing that there is something on Ocean Spider House chest makes it... I mean, that's a good hint. I'd much rather not have to just get forced into doing that blind, which has happened fairly often recently.
Indeed. Yeah, at least it's the chest. And because it's a sometimes hint, Great Bay Coast could be hinted Way of the Hero for that alone. Kinda stinks, but it could.
Also the bow and seahorses is not required, but that could still be our first bow.
In case of emergencies.
Yeah, it's something to keep in mind.
Fascinating. Mask of Sense on the P-Hat Grotto. That could be important. No sign of a wallet. Ooh, a day 1 Deku Playground from Vidya, but we just discovered by Spec that North Clocktown is foolish.
Ooh, that includes the postman's hat, although it's not a time-consuming check anyway.
Interesting.
That does mean, yeah, this Deku Playground is not going to amount to much, unfortunately.
Yeah, Spec's South opener play definitely getting us the early knowledge. We're going to get the Milk Road hint here, and this one tells us that Secret Shrine is foolish. Okay,
that's also good to know.
These are some pretty solid foolishes, I gotta say. North Clocktown is great, because that also kills Bomb Grandma.
Although not the bomb shop purchase after saving her, so...
Ah, fair enough. Alright, small bomb bag is a heart piece.
Just $50. Unfortunate. It could have still been something useful.
But to be fair, Vidya did spend 45 rupees on all the stuff from Tingles, so it's a wallet refill, if anything. Oh, I didn't see what was on the Postman, but it looks like chat didn't see anything important on Postman's Freedom. Alright, Spec also did do a bank dump as well. Get that out of the way. No idea what that is in Bomber's hideout.
I didn't see anything guilty. That doesn't mean it wasn't there. It just means I didn't see it.
Yeah, I've had a hard time seeing that chest myself, too. Alright, Anju. Have you got something good on our reservation? Yes, you do.
That is very good, yeah.
We'll take some early bombs.
That was a heart container on the Postman, so he is indeed dead.
He performs his duties with love.
Yeah, two very different openers, and Specs is working out a lot better for him in terms of hints and the bomb bag.
Indeed, just getting that North Clocktown foolish hint early, that's a whole area you don't have to bother sweeping. And getting more money on top of that now to dump it to bank. Not within striking distance of Bank 1 just yet. Needs a couple extra rupees after a full 99, but even still, that's not far away given what we know.
That was Ice Arrow Chest, I believe.
Yeah, Ice Arrow Chest is dead. So no worries about wart skipping today.
A cool $50. That's good to remember. Okay, straight away with Honey and Darling. I like this play.
Ooh, day 1 Honey and Darling. Interesting. Both Vidya and Spec interested in their day 1 minigames here. Funny that the captain's hat for that one sometimes hints the ice arrows, and the other sometimes hints ice arrow chest.
The one tells you it's not there, and the other tells you where it actually is.
Alright, so Vidya had to get briefly launch timed for a second, but has accelerated to the point for room key. And with Deku, Spec can actually just go right back into Observatory from here, so this checks.
Yeah, that's very good routing.
Have we seen anything useful in Termina Field yet?
Absolutely not. Except a
'Cause
couple of very useful hints.
Plenty of great hints, for sure, but, like, we've gotten rupees. Yeah, we've gotten literally nothing in this Termina Field.
Oh, I think Jamie might be going... Yeah, he's going back for that chest.
Oh, that's awkward. Twin Islands is way of the hero. That's a really awkward way of the hero, because that could be Snowhead locked. Ooh, that's gilded.
Oh, going for the night 1 graveyard clear. Nice. Yeah, Captain Pat, you have the bombs. Just go do it.
Makes sense. Another big gilded chest in the hideout, perfectly in logic with our equipment, and is our first bottle.
Okay, so that very awkward bottle on Cappy's face is definitely not required.
We also got a hint from Spec that said Fisherman's Game is dead. It is Circus Leader Mask.
Oh, just killing all of our dreams.
I know.
I feel like I haven't seen Fisherman Game in years. It's been so long.
It's behind a lot of stipulations, to be fair. It's behind a GBT. It's behind beating the GBT boss, which needs fire and ice and Zora and hookshot.
One day we'll have Goron on Fisherman Game.
Oh, could you imagine?
This graveyard clear is also going to time nicely with the old lady.
Indeed. Vidya is very interested in picking up the money here, definitely considering Bank 1 here, and considering that we haven't seen too much yet. Not a bad idea, because it's possible our progression might just be on Bank 1.
Also doing Night 1, Honey and Darling. Unfortunately didn't grab the chest, not knowing there's 50 rupees in there.
It's okay, because Vidya's going to get 50 back anyway, so...
Very true, yeah.
It's going to be a full wallet. 3 hearts iron knuckle fight. Alright, Spec. Carry on. Show us what you got. With Kokiri Sword, I might add.
No fear. Oh.
You were saying?
Maybe a little fear would have been good.
To clarify with chat, the only check that's foolish in North Clocktown related to Blast Mess Lady is specifically the robbery scenario. The big bomb bag is not part of North Clocktown, because that is a West Clocktown purchase.
Yeah, as is the all-night mass purchase, which you probably want to peek, at least.
Totally not scary at all, but whatever.
I didn't see Spec's time of day. I wonder how that death cost him. Okay, he's having to bail on Night 2 Grave. Oh no, he's inverting for it, I see.
Ooh, and is given Sonata of Awakening. Who wants to dip Woodfall Temple, like, literally right now? Show of hands? That was a really good bomb. Another big chest in Graveyard with another bottle.
Okay. And interesting, this is one of those cases where the bottle actually puts Deku Palace in logic.
Indeed. Yeah, well, Spec may have had that death, but their execution is certainly making up for that for the moment.
Let's see the Night 2 Grave movement. Nice. Very smooth.
Alright, we got a Keaton mask off of the Postman.
Which is unfortunately dead because of the Northport Can Foolish.
Yeah.
Well, I think Jamie doesn't know that yet.
No, he has not yet scanned the... Actually, it wasn't the quad hints. It was the one of the South Termina hints.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we'll end up seeing a Foolish quiz from him.
Alright, it's now just turning 12. Spec does still have enough time, but is going to have to pretty much bust right out of here. And he's even uninverting before warping. That just shows you how confident they are.
I wonder what Jamie's doing here, just grabbing the hints and then going back into North?
If you're burning time for Blast Mask Lady, then yeah, that checks.
That's a very nice post box, yep.
Alright, so Vidya saw the Road to Swamp, Seahorses, and Ocean Spider House chest hints. Very good series of hints. I think this one hint is also new information. Goron Race is dead.
It's always nice to see. No one likes doing Goron Race.
Now, I do believe Spec has dumped more rupees and is within striking range of Bank 1 here.
Okay, Jamie's squeezing into dongos. I think he should be able to manage it with Razor Sword.
Is he oh yeah, he's inverted too, so...
Oh, I missed him inverting, okay.
Yeah, I could see his diamond pulsing a little bit. Okay, Big Bomb Bag is even more heart pieces.
Okay, this is Bank 1, I think, about to be.
For Spec, yes. Paying for a slightly more expensive red potion, but again, money not being an issue.
Okay, no, still one more deposit.
Oh, you know what? I was thinking of Vidya. Vidya must have dumped the extra rupees. Okay, so they both got to be within striking range of Bank 1 now.
We might get to see a boat ride coming up.
Maybe. Alright, so we're still missing a lot of information here. From what I'm seeing here, we are missing 1 Woth and Foolish and 2 priority hints.
Yep, that's the same that I have.
But the hints have been pretty powerful today. For a change.
Okay, we have Road to Southern Swamp as one of our Woths, so... Only 2 of those checks are available to us.
Yeah, no projectiles to, no boat to check, Swamp
This is a
Archery.
bow. Yep.
As you wish. Carry on. Well, we're gonna see what's on Keaton Quiz. Tattle, could you please get out of the way? We're trying to see the treat, thank you. It's a silver rupee. Ooh.
Ooh. Okay, that's nice.
That checks, because we can already beat the dungeon.
Nice. So I'm gonna double time here to get the rupees back and peek the tree during the cutscene, I believe.
So question, do you actually rush Woodfall Temple in this scenario? You have a clearable Woodfall Temple at this point, which you know is Foolish Except Song. Do you just do it?
I would probably hold out hoping for hookshot or something just to speed it up. Or fire arrows.
Fair enough.
It's pretty slow without those. And it's not gonna... Another song right now isn't gonna get you anything unless it's healing.
Chat saying that Bank 1 was Giant's Mask, which is nice for twin mode logic, but otherwise it's not really what we're looking for at this stage. It'd be hilarious if we are literally just like bottlenecked into a first cycle clear for like Song of Healing for Camaro's healing Camaro for like Goron Massacre hookshot or something. That would be so good.
Very rough situation.
Okay, somebody dropped a silver rupee in the toilet. I think we've got enough money. Do you?
I think so.
I mean, considering most of it's chilling in North Clocktown because Foolish and all that, but even still.
Yeah, even the 50 rupees in East Clocktown chest is nice.
Alright, nothing else found, so unless there's something magically on Tingle or something, that bow is the way of the hero for Road to Swamp. We have Deku Mask already as well, so Stumpy is in Logic, because we can logically acquire beans. So Stumpy could be something.
I'm interested in what's in Tingle now, because if this bow is actually the way of the hero item, it means it locks. Okay, it is. So it locks either Picto or Zora or both because of the other bow on seahorses.
Ah, that's a good shout. What was that on Tour Center Roof? Was those Deku Nuts? I couldn't tell. Chateau bottle.
That's 4 bottles we found?
3. Yeah, 4, because of the one on Cafe and that one now on Business Scrub. We could go north too. But do you do that without Goron or Hookshot? Nah, I don't like that idea. I think you commit to your swamp.
Yeah. It would be
I don't know.
Decent for night 3, maybe.
I don't know. That Woodfall Temple Foolish is still egging on my mind. I know we just don't have the best equipment for it, but, I mean, there's nothing stopping the game from just bottlenecking into us doing it anyway. But there is stuff you can do in the meantime, so I still think you finish up your Woodfall opener here, maybe check the north first, and then kind of decide what you want to do from there.
Yeah, I think, yeah, you clear out Deku Palace, then carry on with the typical routing. Night 3, you could go west or north. I'd probably go north, even though it's not a lot of fun without Goron.
Epona is being really stubborn with Vidya here.
Ooh, a wallet, okay.
Excuse me, does this look like a Season 4C to you? Ugh, Wallet Cycle 1. You hate to see it. Well, Bag 2 is in play, and Spec might as well pick up that bottle of Chateau for a free 200 later. All right, Vidya's now going to do the rest of the graveyard sweep here.
I'm trying to think if Vidya's done much that Spec hasn't. I feel like Spec's currently pulling ahead based on efficiency.
Efficiency and not having to burn daylight, clearing out North Clocktown.
Yeah.
Okay, those are bomb shoes on the Taurus Center.
Of course, it's still very early. A small lead here doesn't mean too much yet.
Yeah, and Spec is now double timing into third day. So yeah, they intend to wrap this cycle up pretty quickly then. Probably...
he might even go to night 3 here.
Yeah, not much else.
You can skip branch here. You have most of your hints. It's unlikely that you're going to miss much by skipping ranch.
Yeah, there's only 3 unique hints left. 1 Wath and 2 priorities.
Oh, hookshot right there.
Okay. Now you do Woodfall Temple.
It'll be interesting to see if he does. He definitely could.
Yeah, because the thing is, I don't see a reason... I mean, you have now the thing that's going to drastically speed it up. I don't see any reason to delay it. Just because...
Fire arrows do make quite a bit of a difference. Well, not even that much of a difference, but...
The other thing that's kind of egging at my mind is the game literally tossed a captain's hat onto our lap, which got us that Sonata in the first place. So, to me, that suggests that the game wants you to be in Woodfall Temple sooner rather than later.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you'd have to be banking on the song being healing, and the healing being required for either Kamaro or Mikau, specifically.
Yeah, that'd be a gamble. Whoops. Halt. Yeet.
That was unfortunate.
Although it's not as impressive as the Eaton Pirates Fortress, but even still. Yeah, Spec didn't get the backflip over this.
It's very difficult, especially in the randomizer, because there is a slight lag.
Ooh, that Deku Soldier being smart. Ooh, peaked a Moon's Tier though, so that puts Clocktown Central Pillar into logic.
And that, yes. Although we have Hookshot already, actually.
True, yeah, both are viable. Ooh, Spec going for a ground jump here. Interesting.
If this is healing right here, Monkey, then you definitely don't do Woodfall yet.
Right, but if this is like Oath or Storms... This could be like New Wave. I could see this being New Wave. Come to think of it... Elegy.
Oh, Elegy.
Come to think of it... what's stopping us from getting Ice Arrows right now?
Absolutely.
Literally, I would think literally nothing. We have Hook, we've got bombs. We literally already have the ability to grab Ice. Is this going to be an early Icona Seed? We just need a Mask and Magic and we're good.
It's another situation, though, where it's nice to know that they're there, but we don't need to go and get them right now.
That's true. This is a weird seed.
Yeah, definitely stuff to think about, to keep in mind.
And what's even crazier is that we still have a Way of the Hero that hasn't been checked yet with Twin Islands. Do we have access to hot spring water? No, we do not. Nice pendant. Hey, actually, game, do you think you could throw some hearts at us? We've kind of been on 3 hearts for the last 27 minutes.
Well, so far we found 2 heart containers, one on Postman's Freedom and one on Goron Race. I think we better hope for some more convenient ones.
Indeed. Like, I think Spec has 2 or 3 at least by this point. I think Vidya has 3 too, but even still. This is not exactly a very defense-heavy seed. Alright, nothing in Swamp Grotto. Vidya getting the very bad news that North Clocktown is foolish.
I don't think he has a single thing left to do in North Clocktown. I think he full cleared it.
Unfortunately, yes. Yeah, that Shrine Foolish, though, is really, really nice. Although that tells me there's a chance we could be looking at a light arrow. Oh, okay.
Oh, that was unfortunate.
Ooh, that Dragonfly definitely just tried again. Oh yeah, Spec never checked Gorman Race, did they?
Sure didn't.
Alright, well, we found a cafe mask in Woodfall. Way too late to do anything important with that, unless we somehow get a Romani's mask and a letter to Mama in the next 5 minutes. This is an interesting invert from Spec.
Yeah, this looks like a Woodfall temple.
That was exactly what I was thinking. Interesting. So Spec is going to go for it.
I mean, it's not a bad plan, I think. If it is healing, then you have time of day for Kamara right away, and you don't have to worry about... Well, I suppose with Cafe's mask, you could route it with a midnight meeting anyway. But it sure would be convenient to do it right now.
Alright, nothing on Gorman Race. There was one more big gilded chest back here in Woodfall. Woodfall being stacked as usual.
You have hookshot equipped. Ooh, that's rather nice.
Alright.
Okay, not doing Woodfall. Or, yeah, no, he is. Maybe.
Oh no, that's the Sword of Clocktown. Guess not. I was kind of looking forward to that, to be honest. I would laugh if after all this, it's just healing on Boss Blue Warp to healing Camaro for a Garo Mask or Gibdo Mask. Oh, that's a way too late couples mask. Oh well.
It does run really nicely next cycle, though. You set up midnight meeting and you do the couples mask check.
Yeah, pretty much. Spec is, however, gonna do a bank dump here.
Oh, you can't enter between 11 and 12. 11 is the latest you can do Swordsman School.
Oof. Alright, what's on All Knight's mass purchase? A silver. Bummer.
I wonder if Swordsman School was the reason he inverted, actually. Maybe he thought it was until midnight.
Could be.
I just jump over the desk and back again for fun.
Alright, nothing of importance in staff room, although a vanilla silver rupee would be nice. No, it's a heart piece, which I think would be equally nice given the circumstances.
Oh, did he never pick up the letter to Cafe? Okay, I guess he didn't. I saw Jamie hand it in, but I don't think I saw Spec hand it in.
I don't think Spec handed it in.
Nice, 52 seconds left on Swamp Archery. That's what I like to see.
That's really good.
£20 is not what I like to see, but it was well earned. Oh, Spec's actually going to get the song peak on Skull Kid. Well, no, actually, no. He probably won't choose to do it. He could.
Oh, can you peek the song on night 3?
After midnight, yeah.
Interesting.
Only when the clock tower is open, and if you watch the cutscene, you see Skull Kid holding the song. But it's pretty much useless, because even if he's holding a white song, it could still be required.
I mean, you might as well grab it before ending the cycle anyway.
Yeah. If the Oath Int weren't a thing, then it could have been useful, because you could have seen Oath on Skull Kid and decided that you're just going to grab that on the way to Majora. And only have to visit Skull Kid once. But because of Oath Int, if you go there missing Oath, you finish your last dungeon, you watch the Oath Int, it's not going to save you any time.
Yeah, and then you'll have to cycle reset again, and... In the races I've called, I've not seen the Oath Hint kick up yet. Maybe we'll see it here. We're still missing quite a lot of good stuff. Spec is dragging out this night 3. That's a smart play from Spec, just bringing the horse over to Stumpy. Thanks, game. Thanks for the time loss book.
Nice notebook, nerd.
Alright, Spec is going to see the Chateau bottle. I don't think they're going to pick it up at this stage. Not enough rupees.
You have to leave and grab more rupees. Yeah, it's not worth it. If he happened to have 100, it would have been nice. It would have been a little bit of profit if he chose to sell it, but...
Alright, looks like Vidya's moving to night 3 as well. Oh yeah, we did have this Icona Pillar chest that we never got a chance to look at earlier.
Well, that would have been nice for Iron Knuckles.
Yeah. Spec definitely thinking, where was that when I needed it 15 minutes ago? We're going to get a Milk Road Tingle check from Vidya. I don't think we saw this from Spec, because at the time they did not have the bow. Which is a big deal, because it's fire arrows and a bomb bag. That's a pretty big deal.
Yeah, I imagine we'll see it pretty soon from Spec, though. He's probably planning on combining Milk Road with the West trip next cycle.
Could do. We're gonna get the ranch hints from Vidya here while it's final day. Alright. What are you carrying for us, Skull Kid? Don't be Oath, please. That'd be boring.
No fun allowed.
No fun allowed. Oh, but we got a Great Bay Temple Way of the Hero. Except it's not Wart this time.
That's also a very good hint to have. I mean, there aren't that many things it could be at this point.
Yeah, actually, because we know where fire is now.
Yeah, we know where ice is, and then GBT is Zora locked, so it's Goron, Light Arrows, Song Item, Icona Access maybe. I think that's it.
Icona Access feels like the more sensible likelihood here. Swamp Spider House's Giant's Wallet not required.
Well, that's a really nice hint to see. Bank 3 and All Night Mass Purchase confirmed dead. Okay, just a bean, so Spec didn't miss out on something major in Doggy Racetrack.
So, and what's also really interesting is we've got 2 unsatisfied Watts with Twin Islands, which we could get a couple of them thanks to fire arrows and whatnot, but, and GBT. This is getting quite interesting. There's a world where Boss Blue Warp is, good grief, what am I trying to say? There's a world where Boss Blue Warp is New Wave.
Yeah, very well could be.
Because yeah, if Woodfall Temple is foolish except for the song, then it could be it could be expected to be a first clearable dungeon. And Butler's dead. Thanks for crushing all our hopes and dreams, game. So yeah, that's all of our hints. Alright, so... how do we do this, then? We know we have to... Do you want to know about the bomber spec? How do we do this? Because we know Woodfall Temple's foolish except for the song. We have no Zora Mask, so maybe wait out on that until a Zora Mask does show up. We know where fire is now. We have north access. There's a lot we can do in north. We haven't found any title deeds yet, but we do have a wallet, which means we can check the village scrub. Yeah, I think you have a choice here. You either do Coast and Cape with Hookshot and Labfish, or you go north with Fire and Wallet.
I think in Spec's situation, you probably go Milk Road, you do the Milk Road stuff that he hasn't done yet. Grab Epona, go west, just hit the owl statue, do Landfish and hit the owl statue, and then head north. Probably.
Okay. That makes sense.
On the way back to Clocktown, you can also borrow in setting up Midnight Meeting.
Oh yeah, that's right, we have that cafe mask from Woodfall. Ooh, that was a spicy little hop backflip there from Vidya to get past the guards.
Nice, second try, that's really not bad at all. And, okay. And the third try, second and third try.
Yeah, Vidya definitely wants to grab that Moon's Tear real quick.
It's a little bit of retracing steps currently.
Yeah, everybody's still kind of wrapping up their first cycle shenanigans here. Nice 47 horse race from Spec. And it looks like Spec is in fact going west here, taking a quick peek at that sunken chest. It did not look gilded to me.
No, I'm pretty sure that was brown. I've been wrong many times before, but... including during this race.
You know, something Spec not having any bombs, save for the bomb chews that they just picked up from Gorman brothers. Lucky break there. Oh, nice gilded sword.
Unfortunately, didn't land on a lily pad. If it had, I'm sure he would have grabbed it.
Yeah, although with Great Fairy Sword already in tow, you don't have to go too crazy about sword upgrades from this point on.
That's true, I did forget about the Great Fairy Sword.
Yeah, that's one of those things that if it's on the way, you pick it up, but if it's not, you just, nah, forget it.
Yeah.
So yeah, Spec is probably going to make a detour here for ice arrows as well. There's nothing stopping them from grabbing it now. Nope, there isn't. Vidya is going to finish the Woodfall loop here and get Cafe's Mask and Magic in a moment. Oh, also 44 minutes, and OMG, they have 4 hearts now.
Opting not to grab the ice arrows yet. I think it would have been fine to do. You just go grab them. You only have 4 hearts, so it's easy to death warp back out.
Yeah, we know Ocean Spider House Day 1 is not required. Maybe they'll do it afterwards, after this. Maybe check that, go to Cape. Because, yeah, in Cape, there's the Grotto plus 2 additional hookshot checks, so...
It does mean you'll have to backtrack a little bit, because Spec won't go and hit the Zora Hall. Our statue is human. So he'll have to go back this way when he gets Zora Mask.
Alright, so Spec decided to saw the bomb bag on Tingle and did not get it. Wait, was that a different bomb bag on Tingle?
It was the same one from Milk Road, I believe.
It was, okay. Because I thought for a minute, it was like, wait a minute, does Tingle have 2 separate bomb bags? Well, if Spec wants it, there's the purple rupee for it. But usually bomb bags aren't something runners go out of their way for. Usually ammo isn't too much of an issue, especially if you know where all the drops are.
Okay, this might be the better move, actually. He's voiding and he'll probably go get ice arrows here. Or? No, he's going to Cape. I thought he maybe wanted to soar out of the Ocean Spider House chest, but... just clearing up Cape.
I hope they didn't forget about the hints, because I think we've seen... We haven't seen the other ice arrow chest hint, so if it just happens to show up in Cape, then big break for Spec. Just in case it maybe slipped their mind. Because we are not in the mood for that kind of stress today. I'm certainly not.
Okay, Jamie is opting to clear Woodfall Temple. So we will find out what that song is.
Given we haven't seen really anything in the West, this doesn't seem like a bad play right now. Nice Fisherman's Game hint. This is something.
Oh, well, that's useful to have before going north.
That's very useful to have north. That's 2 additional checks. Goron Mask could just be chilling there. Well, nothing of importance in, nothing else of importance in Cape. See what's on the like.
I think that's another bomb bag. I'm pretty sure that's another bomb bag.
Fairly certain that's biggest bomb bag.
Yeah, just to answer, the items below you see in the trackers there are... Most of them are essential. There are a couple that could be. We don't know yet if they are or not. The Picto Box, Lens, Keg, Mirror Shield. But every other item there... Well, no, Bunny Hood is also not required. And Fierce Deity is also not required. Most of them are. When they do have all the items required to finish the seed, the go button will be active.
Alright, and we're gonna see both the Midnight Meeting setup and the Couples Mask turn in. Vidya, on the other hand, is just about wrapping up this Woodfall Temple. Watch out, incoming Dragonfly.
Two of the biggest trolls in the game. Nothing on the mayor. You'd feel like he'd give you more than $20 for helping him solve a dispute the last 3 days.
Fair enough, although to be fair, this one only went 1.
That's true. Maybe if you waited till the second date would have been 50.
We're going to see Town Archery, which this is not something we've not seen from either runner yet. Alright, what is our song on Boss Blue Warp? It is New Wave.
You called it.
Yeah, that checks, honestly. Yeah, because, I mean, we can't do anything with it without Zormask still, but yeah, given that GBT was Way of the Hero and Woodfall Temple foolish except for the song, that seemed like a very strong possibility that Boss Blue Warp would just happen to be New Wave.
And we are just Zormask away from the GBT full clear.
Good thing we don't have to do Wart, though, today. Oh, actually, that's not a big deal. Spec missed an Octorok, but there's enough room to recover from that.
Yeah, you do only need 40 in these settings.
Alright, Vidya is now within striking range of Bank 2 here. Spec needs a full wallet for Bank 2, but is otherwise still within striking range as well. Alright, where's Spec going? North? Yeah, this looks like north.
Yeah. The Town Archer was probably to help burn a little extra time so it'll be midnight when he leaves. Oh, is he missing this in? Okay.
Well, if they were, that's the Twin Islands Way of the Hero, so...
Yeah. Just a little push, keep going.
Hasn't gone to Dongos yet either by the looks of it. Alright, so at the rate things are going, our runners are actually kind of going to sync up in a minute here. Interesting that Spec has still decided not to detour for ice arrows. May just be waiting for Zoramask. That way, just combo GBT with that simultaneously.
That would make sense.
Because it's looking like... Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I still think it wouldn't be bad to just grab ice arrows right there when you're passing by, but...
Yeah, it's starting to kind of look like Icona might just actually be deleted this seed, despite having almost everything for it right away. Because, yeah, we're looking for 2 transformation masks and light arrows. Maybe another song item, if we're really unlucky. We are going to get that north play, though, from Spec, and I think this is a good play. Now, even though we know ultimately they have to make that detour for New Wave, there's a world where you get Goron Lullaby and Goron Mask here, so...
It is unfortunately looking like... It's unlikely we'll see anything on Hugo, considering it's Goron locked. But I can still dream. We will be able to get Mountain Smithy 1 on the way, which is nice.
Very true. This does give us access to hot spring water as well, but we have fire arrows, so we don't really need it right now. Alright, unfortunately Hugo just had a red rupee up on his head.
Okay, he's skipping Smithy for now.
Smithy's easy to route back in. You can just soar later.
Yeah, maybe wants that full wallet for the Bank 2 when he gets back.
That's probably. Also for the Mountain Smithy purchase. Because that needs a full wallet too. Because, yeah, that, while the Giant's wallet might not be required, doesn't say anything about adult wallet.
Absolutely.
Alright, well, it's not Twin Islands Grotto. We'll see if it's Twin Islands Hot Spring.
If it's springtime locked, that would be very interesting.
It'd be very interesting, especially since we are missing a Goron mask.
Yeah, if it is springtime, then finding Goron will basically solve the seed. Pretty much.
Unless Goron's just chilling right here.
Or a fish.
Interesting.
GBT, anyone?
Yeah, that's definitely a good question. So I think you still finish your North play here. Just commit to the checks you can do, because you can still do a lot. You have the Swamp Title Deed and all that. So with GBT being Way of the Hero, and we just got Zora.
Hey, nothing on the purchase.
Arrows, okay.
GBT absolutely could have Goron, yeah.
Okay. And I guess the ledge had nothing. Yeah, if the thing is, though, if GBT has Goron, then we've now cleared all of our Watts, and we are now officially, we're going into a light arrow casino and a mass casino while we're at it. Because, with Shrine being dead, too, there's literally actually a whole corner of the world cut off still. Given that we haven't gotten an Icona mask. Interesting.
There could be Icona access in GBT2, which would give us Stone Tower Temple.
Yeah, we have Elegy. We don't have Mirror Shield, though, so that'd be very awkward. Was there anything in Lens Cave?
That's true. I don't think we could do anything in Stone Tower Temple now that I think about it.
Yeah, because we don't have Mirror Shield is the problem. Spec has not completed Woodfall Temple yet. But it looks like Spec is detouring for ice. This is probably the detour for... this could be Pirate's Fortress, actually.
I think he's going to grab Ice Eye. Does he not know about Ice Arrows? Did he miss that hint?
I sincerely hope that hint wasn't missed, because I'm pretty sure it was in the opener. It was in Termina Field, early. What song was on Boss Blue Warp? New Wave. And Woodfall Temple was Foolish Except the Song.
Yeah, this is looking like he's missed the hint, which could be really bad.
Yeah, that's a big problem if that hint was missed. Let me see. I'm double checking. I'm double checking Spec's tracker. I don't see anything specifically about ice arrows. We're gonna get stage lights though.
That's true, he doesn't have New Wave yet.
I'm curious as to why Spec hasn't chased the progression, for lack of a better term. Given what we know, given what's known at this point. I could not see what that was.
I think it was junk.
It was Red Rupee.
Yeah, he would have grabbed it if it were something. I think Zora Hall right now is decent, but I'm pretty sure he'll want to go to Woodfall soon. He knows that the song may be something, and if it is New Wave, from his perspective, he doesn't know yet, but if it is New Wave, then he can go grab the Ice Arrows and go to GBT, assuming he did actually read that hint.
I just noticed Vidya James has the Megalovania Scarecrow song again. The Vidya Classic, as chat calls it.
Yeah, Spec is going to do Woodfall and get New Wave and most likely go do GBT. And Jamie's going to get Zora Mask and most likely go do GBT.
Yeah, Spec is going to plow through this Woodfall Temple courtesy of Fire and Hook, but even still... I'm trying to think where they stand as far as, like, progression. Who's ahead right now? Because Vidya's probably going to reach GBT first, but is still probably going to commit to the rest of the north at the moment. So the way I see it, Vidya James is probably going to get to GBT first. And at this point, they have about the same progression. They both need to stop for ice arrows.
I mean, it'll be pretty close because Spec also has the Owl statue at Zora Hall already. So it might be in GBT at just the same time.
Yeah, something tells me the way of the hero for GBT could be either Goron Mask or Light Arrows. Because if it's Light Arrows, well then the obvious answer becomes Stone Tower Temple. If it's... Well, we also still need an Icona Mask too, though. Having said that out loud, Goron Mask seems like the more probable Woth here.
Yeah, I'd probably bet on Goron Mask, but Icona Access is also fairly likely. And it could still be light arrows too.
It could be just Icona access with light arrows on, like, Post Sisters or something.
I mean, worst case, it's a song item that we can't even do. And I will be right back in 30 seconds to a minute.
Alrighty. We are seeing Midnight Meeting here from Vidya. I don't think we've seen that from Spec yet. So let's see what Midnight Meeting is. And it's another hard piece. Chat's like trying to magic to life a song item in GBT instead. That would be kind of weird if it is, actually. Like, if the way of the hero is like Keg for healing on Romani, that would just be awkward. You know, no way, Aliens is dead, because no priority hint for it. Meanwhile, old Dawa just dead. See if Vidya wants to pick up this Gilded Sword as well. That would be a no.
I am back.
Alright, well, Spec's just gotten done with Woodfall Temple. Looks like Vidya and Spec are going to basically be heading back to Coast at about the same time. However, Spec, they both need to make a pit stop still for Ice Arrows.
Oh, Spec, please soar to Coast. Okay, good. He does have the hint, good. Or?
Oh, Spec's doing PFE.
Yeah, I can't think of a reason he would ever be doing this instead of GBT if he knew about the Ice Arrows, so...
Hopefully the Ice Arrow hint is here and Spec gets a reminder.
That would be the bailout of the century right here, otherwise Jamie is going to pull ahead.
No, Road to Swamp hint.
I really wonder where the other copy of that hint is, and how likely it is that Spec's going to see it.
Very unlikely, because right now Spec has no reason to go to Icona to see it. The Swamp Spider House hint was found already. Yeah, it's very unlikely Spec's getting that hint anytime soon.
You really need something to be here in Pirate Fortress, I think.
I wonder if Spec is running on the knowledge that, or running on a guess that they're gonna find the stuff needed, some of the missing pieces before getting Ice and GBT. Because yeah, chat's.
It does look like he has it marked, yeah.
Yeah. What I'm guessing Spec is taking a gamble here, hoping to maybe find another piece of the puzzle so that by the time Spec is going for Ice Arrows, that they might just be already in go mode because lights and something else may have already fallen on their lap.
mean, he may have figured something out that we haven't. In fact, I would not be surprised.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still thinking on the idea that, again, Spec knows that Icona is currently, like, hideously inaccessible. And there's not much else you can do besides GBT. So yeah, Vidya's gonna get his ice arrows here, while Spec gets... Ooh, All Knight's Mass. That's awkward.
Yeah, he's not too happy about that.
It could be turned in at the very least, but... Oh, there's the Garo Mask. Unhinted Pirate's Fortress Interior.
Yeah, I thought that too, Eris. It's hard to say.
Well, you folks will be happy to hear tonight that there is actually something important for once guarded by bees.
It's good to have you back.
I live to serve. Is this just like light arrows?
Unfortunately not.
Double defense. Given that we're still only on 5 hearts, I don't think Spec is going to say no to that at the moment. Just the guarded chest, which is dead. You know where an insulting spot for light arrows could be right now? Sewers.
Yeah, that really would be.
Now, Spec is soared back to Clocktown. This is Bank 2. Alright, so no, nothing on Bank 2, just on Garrows.
Right now, it looks like Vidya is pulling ahead. We could be missing something. Maybe Spec has a plan that we're not in on. But it looks like he may have missed ice arrows being hinted in Ocean Spider House.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why else he's avoiding it.
Yeah, and given the early Captain's Hat, like, in my book, when you get a progression item so early, you should pretty much almost always chase everything attached to it. Because there is literally nothing. This Captain's Hat, that Ocean Spider House chest has been in Logic for a very long time. Because, yeah, what did it need? Bombs, hookshot, and Captain's Hat. Yeah, that's it?
And bow, but yeah.
And bow. Oh, right, to hit the skulls. Yeah, and those were all free. Those are all like Sphere 0. Alright, Vidya's pulled out the Zora mask here. I do believe this is a GBT dive.
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, because he knows there's progression here, so we're gonna see what it is. Well, we obviously know if it's Gibdo mask here, then it's a well seed, and we've got stuff in the well.
Yeah, though neither of the runners will know that yet.
No, they won't. Spec, in the meantime, is gonna chase this All Knight's mask first. I think the one thing you don't want to see right this minute is Powder Keg. Because then you have to go back.
That was going to be Powder Keg after you said it.
I thought I was going to have a me in my big mouth moment. Oh, it's lights.
Okay, I mean, you weren't far off when you talked about lights in Pirate Fortress Interior.
We could be seed solved here. if it's Goron Mask in here, we could be seed solved. Now Spec is going for ice arrows. Yeah, I had a feeling that's exactly what Spec was banking on, that the progression would be in Pirate's Fortress, and that possibly Spec could just go mode GBT with the Way of the Hero. I think that's exactly what they were thinking.
Hey, I wonder what kind of read he had that led him to that. That'd be interesting to ask him for sure.
Absolutely. So yeah, Spec has been playing this seed beautifully. Alright, first chest is not the answer. We know it's not Wart, since Ice Arrow chest has been hinted dead. So, Wart skippers rejoice.
Oh gosh, such bad luck with the code here. Really not having a good time.
Vidya got the boss key skip, no problem.
Yeah.
Now, we'll see if the chest down here is anything. And it is. But if this isn't anything, then it's on the boss.
Getting knocked around a little bit.
Yeah. Alright, so is it just straight up Goron?
It's
It
straight up
is.
Goron.
Alright, it comes down to songs, folks. If Crybaby Goron has Lullaby, this is seed solved. And if there's something else important, well, at least we're heading to George anyway.
Yep, we know that Wart has absolutely nothing. There's really not much difference. If you're skipping Wart, there's not much difference between go moding GBT and full clearing it, because everything's on the way.
Alright, well, unfortunately, Spec's got an arrow shortage, so is looking for a refill here before returning to the Skull Room.
Yeah, this is, he's not having a great time with the code here.
Did figure it out eventually, though. Vidya's getting a little bit bullied by this water current. So yeah, I would assume, I'm guessing Spec knew about ice, but was deliberately waiting for a special moment.
Yeah.
At the way this is looking right now, if we don't need a song item, this is Spec's race. Unless Vidya literally makes a beeline for Pirate's Fortress. Because the thing is, the Garo Mask and the Light Arrows haven't led to anything yet. So, if it turns out that we need song items, this should... Well, no, Pamela could still be on the table if and only if Crybaby Goron and Egos have the two other white songs. Although, at which point we're going to be going on basically an unhinted casino for Keg and Mirror Shield, if that's the case. And who wants to do that on a Sunday afternoon?
Jamie could be in a bad spot if it is Vanilla Lullaby, because he will most likely go to Snowhead and not Pirate Fortress.
Unfortunately, I'm forced to agree. So, I mean, at this point, not much else to say that hasn't already been shown. Both runners are literally going through the exact same dungeon, so... the only difference is it's possible Spec could be picking up Goron Mask and then entering Go mode. That being said, Vidya's getting through green pipe here, so shouldn't be too much further. Ow. Diving concussions, last thing you want to see. Certainly not seeing any movement issues from our runners today, that's for sure. That... Unfortunately, Vidya's angle wasn't good. Yeah, me and my big mouth, sorry. Yeah, I'm still very curious as to the song. Like, is their seed really just that easily spelt out? Oh, thanks, Bonchu. We had something going there.
Yeah, that was very unfortunate.
All right, he's out. All right, James grabbing a quick refill, and then it's off to the boss.
Yeah, I'm really heavily anticipating the song check and Goron Village.
If the seed is that easy, if the seed really just is already spelt out, then this is definitely one of the easier seeds.
I mean, it will largely come down to when you choose to do Pirate Fortress. Because I don't think I would have. I would have taken pretty much the same route that Jamie has. I'm curious, very curious to speak to Spec afterward and find out what his motivations were there.
Alright, well, Vidya's getting an early start here on George. No issues for the first two hits. A little bit of a network hiccup from Spec. My stream is resyncing. Oh.
Spec never went to Pinnacle Rock, right?
Oh, hold on. I think both my streams are throwing a hissy fit here.
Mine are currently okay. It may be...
Might be me. Let me refresh. Oh,
Yeah,
either way, George is dead.
And he only had $20 to his name. More than most
Bummer.
fish, I guess.
Alright, so Vidya is sweeping Cape.
Yeah, it's a good chance to do it. He's there already. Saves him ever having to come back. Although I really, really wish he would just go and check the song, please. I need to know. Okay, thank you.
All right. A moment of truth here, then. Is the seed just literally over, or...
Well, we will never know because he's going to pass the Snowhead.
Oh, deciding to hit the owl statue first. Okay.
Oh, beans.
I think we're good on those today. Deku Mass start and all. Now that owl hit to me also signals Vidya would go straight into Snowhead Temple if it was Lullaby here.
All Night Mask was Pirate Fortress Interior.
Yeah, my comfies are still acting up here.
Yeah, it's very much going to send him down the wrong path if it is Lullaby.
Yeah, you hate to see stuff like this happen.
Although, if it is not Lullaby, we can look forward to Song Item Casino.
Yeah. Well, Keg Trial's a letter to Mama. Interesting. So Fox, both Light Arrows and Garo Mask affected... Well, Garo Mask was in PF Interior, whereas Lights was on All Night's Mask Long Story, which was in PF Interior as well. So everything related to Icona was in PF Interior. Unhinted PF Interior, I might add. All right. Does the Crybaby Goron have our answer?
Yes. Yep, that is go mode for Spec.
All right, and yep, Vidya has also gone straight for Snowhead, so yep, that is seed solved. Folks, I think we could safely call this a rather nice seed.
Yeah, this is going to be like a 140 or so.
Like, this is a 2-cycle seed. 2 cycles isn't bad at all, because, yeah, I'm pretty sure Spec and Vidya are both still on 2nd cycle.
Yep. That trip to Pirate Fortress really, really made the seed.
It did, yeah.
Spec was pulling ahead a bit anyway, just through efficient routing. But
yeah. Spec also definitely, I would say, had the better opener as well, because going for South opener and seeing the North Clocktown Foolish Hint ahead of time also saved them a trip, saved them several minutes of checking back and forth between those checks. So that also definitely gave a bit of an edge.
Yeah, that worked out nicely for him. But equally could have been the other way around. If there had been something in Observatory, it could have worked out nicely for Jamie, but that's how the cookie crumbles. What I'm curious about is whether Spec really had a read that something was in Pirate Fortress Interior, or whether he was just running out of checks. Maybe he did still miss the hint, but was running out of checks, and that's why he went to Ocean Spider House chest. I don't think so, though. I think he did have the hint in the end.
I think so too. I think Spec was taking a guess that because like Zora and Goron were so late that Icona may have just been deleted. I think that's the guess Spec took, but we'll know for sure in the interview. Now, Vidya did find, it should be noted, the bottle of gold dust in Snowhead Temple, so that's unfortunately just even more bait that he's going to be sent the wrong way under.
Yeah, it will be an easy hand in springtime, but...
And for all he knows, always full clear your wafts.
Yeah, I would have played the seed pretty much exactly as Jamie did. Maybe not as well, but... I would have followed the same kind of decisions that he made, so...
Yeah, I think it really did ultimately, I think, come down to Pirate's Fortress. I think if Vidya had gone to Pirate's Fortress immediately after GBT, we'd be singing a much different tune here. And it would be a fairly close race. Certainly a battle of execution at the very least. But yeah, at this point, Spec is just going to go mode Snowhead and Stone Tower Temples.
Oh,
so.
You know, Spec doesn't have the GBT walk written down.
Interesting. Because we saw both the GBT Wath hints.
Spec never went to Ranch, which is where at least one of them was, if not both of them.
Oh, you're right.
Both. Okay. Well, that explains it. Spec never knew GBT was Wath. He had no reason to rush GBT in the Ice Arrows. Okay.
Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense in hindsight.
Yeah. Reading hints really slowed Jamie down, unfortunately. Yeah, reading is for nerds. Don't do it. Just go clear density and don't bother reading anything.
Not sure if Spec meant to fall there. That was a little weird.
Oh man, I mean that explains everything. I was thinking so hard trying to think of what kind of god route, what incredible play Spec had in his mind, what read he had in the logic, but it was actually no read.
Yeah, that checks. Because yeah, if you didn't know to go to GB, didn't already think, wasn't you? Words. Let me see if I can articulate this properly. If you weren't already thinking about GBT after Zormask, your first inclination 99 times out of 100 is going to be Pirate's Fortress with Hookshot in your pocket.
Yeah, absolutely.
And just like that, Spec is already gone through Snowhead Temple.
Very unfortunate for Jamie. I mean, I remember at least one qualifier that he had some very unfortunate time with because he missed one hint stone, and this time he's suffering because he read a hint stone.
Yeah, it's weird how rando works, you know? Ooh, is Spec gonna do the going for bombs GFS strats.
Link Scream plus 15 as he calls it. So after Link screams you count 15 seconds and drop the bomb.
Interesting. That's one way to think of it.
I mean, considering everything, though, they both played extremely well and made good decisions throughout, now that I think about it.
Yeah, there's nothing necessarily wrong with either runner's route per se. Like, Vidya went where the progression was in his mind, because in his mind, yeah, you have the way of the hero for Great Bay Temple, you have the tools to get it, you chase it. And that's typically how you would do, unless there was something nagging at your mind about, like, a far later check, which there really wasn't any reason to deal with in that case.
Yeah. I mean, I think if Jamie hadn't read the Great Bay Temple Boss, he probably would have routed it the same as Spec. And if Spec had read the hint, he probably would have routed it the same as Jamie. They both made very good decisions for what information they had.
Oh, and it doesn't help that in Vidya's case, the Go mode items are in an unhinted Pirates... for both runners, really, but the progression is in an unhinted Pirates Fortress interior. Because, yeah, Pirates Fortress, from a hint perspective, was completely deleted this seed. Instead, we had to get Road to Swampway of the hero for a pretty obvious bow. I would say the bow way of the hero was pretty obvious.
Yeah. Also, same though, sure. I listen to goat charging too, but I kind of do both. I count 15 and the charging, whichever comes first. Because the problem with just the audio cue is sometimes you don't hear it for whatever reason. Music or... you think you hear it. Well, what happens to me sometimes is I think I heard it, but I didn't. I dropped the bomb too early.
Alright, so Vidya's wrapping up springtime. Day 2, Gold Dust was... Lens of Truth. Stop sending us on this bait chain game. I hate it when this happens.
Yeah, the worst thing you could find is probably Gibdo.
Gibdo wouldn't help. Keg and Mirror Shield would be worst case scenario. Well,
yeah, that'd give him extra stuff to do, but Gibdo might send him into Stone Tower Temple.
Well, and the other thing is, at this point, you're not looking for songs, you're looking for items. You have all the dungeon songs, which in most MMR cases is pretty rare.
Yeah.
Although, Vidya does get an FD as a reward out of it for doing Twin Islands Springtime. At least I'm pretty sure that was FD. Yeah, it was FD. And a Mask of Truth. Lol.
This could be... yeah, okay, he's going to Pirate Fortress at least. Unfortunately, it's going to be too little too late.
Yeah, way too late at this stage. Unless, you know... I mean, things could happen, but yeah, I don't see a world where Vidya pulls this back. So, and we mentioned this earlier, that Spec definitely has been demonstrating the execution advantage. Although Vidya's had a couple highlights too, like with that hop over the guards in Deku Palace. So let's not.
They've both had very clean execution.
Yeah, I was about to say, let's not discount Vidya's performance overall. It's still been great. It's just unfortunate that Vidya's knowledge actually worked against him for which is not often the case we get in MMR. This
Very
is
true.
I mean, granted, it seems like every seed is a new story, but I don't even think there's like, I know I always say every seed is a lesson, but I don't think I can really pick one out from this particular seed.
Don't read.
Because yeah, this seed really did kind of spell itself out. You just had to make that detour to Pirate's Fortress, but...
It did. The seed itself was very kind, except for the unhinted Pirate Fortress, but that worked in Spec's favor this time.
And the other problem Vidya has right now is that it's already day 3, so there's no way to turn that All Nights Mask game without cycle resetting. Don't look a gift pirate in the treasure chest. That's an interesting one. That's an interesting lesson. Well, in this case, it is look at the treasure chest because it lets you know they're gilded.
Unfortunately for Jamie, it's also 3rd days he's picking up the All Night Mask, which has light arrows and Grandma Long Story. So he'd have to choose between right now going to Ikana or resetting for Grandma Stories, and it's probably not going to be resetting for Grandma Stories.
Yeah, that could be a real problem for Vidya.
Actually, maybe. It kind of rests nicely. He'd have to soar to Clocktown anyway to go east, so he might as well Song of Time to get to Clocktown to go east.
Well, at least Vidya will also get the Bees Guarded double defense. Okay, casually just rolling right through a pair of barrels. Alright, meanwhile, Spec having fairly little trouble with Gomez.
Yeah, this is looking like maybe a 146.
Yeah, this. I would define this. I wouldn't define this seed as like super jet, but it's definitely a fast seed.
Unless you read hints.
I mean, yeah.
Well, I'm just amused at how reading was a disadvantage in this seed. I don't think Jamie's going to be as amused, though.
Oh, absolutely. He's not going to be amused. I might actually push his audio up to see what happens at, assuming we see an All Nights Mask check. Alright, so Spec's all reloaded on gear.
Of course, and Jimmy has Goron too, so he's doing sewers.
Yeah. How much more bait is there going to be here? Oh, and what was that in the cage? That might have actually been something. Yeah, it was something. Chat saying it was room key. That might push Vidya to go back to check Grandma Stories.
Unfortunately, can't do both in the same cycle, though. It's already day 3. He could do the room key this cycle, but...
Well, Vidya resets, then he can do both in one go.
I'd have to re-grab the room key because they don't stay through time in this setting.
Oh, the room key doesn't stay with you. That's right. So yeah. Oh, that's really weird. Yeah. Halt. Yeet. Yeah, Vidya's going Pinnacle Rock right now.
It makes sense. I don't think there's anything wrong with what Jamie is doing or has done. I also think Spec's decision to skip Ranch is very, very defensible. I think it was a good play. It turned out to be a very good play.
You were saying earlier as well that there were a lot of... we already had a very large number of our hints before we got to the end of Night 3, so there was definitely not a whole lot more intel you could get beyond that point. It's actually pretty rare that we get that many hints before we even get to check Ranch hints.
Majora.
Yeah, this will be super easy. Spec's got GF Sword still. And Vidya found Extended Magic somewhere. Where did that wind up?
I think it was in sewers. Not 100% sure. I think it was the underwater chest in sewers.
It must have been. Oh, it was in springtime.
Spring.
Okay.
My bad.
Alongside FD. Okay, so all your convenience was just chilling in spring. But yeah, 5 hearts double defense. Spec should be okay. Then again, Majora can totally be Majora.
Yeah, but I think Spec would have to die to Majora like 10 plus times.
And that's also assuming Vidya even checks All Knight's Mask.
300 times.
This is a potion for Shiro here from Vidya.
What does he say is coming here? I missed what?
All Knight's Mask? Maybe just save Scum of the All Knight's Mask? The Grammar Story checks? Although, is there anything cycle-gated beyond this point?
That's what I'm wondering here. I mean, he wouldn't be doing it for no reason. He has a plan, surely. Oh, it is. I see. He wants to stay on day 3.
Just in case Light Arrows is not on Grandma Stories, which it is in this case.
Yeah.
But if it were not, then Vidya could save Scum, go back to, like, Icona somewhere and check there, and if Light Arrows fell on your lap at that point, you would be at Night 3 already, and on your last temple on top of that, so...
Yeah, and with that red potion for Shiro. That's a nice conservative play, I think.
Indeed. Yeah, luckily, I mean, this would be super easy to check, courtesy of Zor Gainers, Deku Mask, take your pick. Vidya's gonna
probably...
Vidya's gonna get lights right as Spec finishes. Although Majora is being quite a jerk right now.
Sure is.
Yeah, it's literally going to be one after the other here. Nice yeet.
What are you doing up there, Spec? Get down. Hey, that is go mode for Vidya, just as Spec is finishing. In theory.
Oh my god, Majora is just being so cheap right now. This is actually getting kind of ridiculous. My good grief, I think that was like almost a full minute. That's going to do it, though.
There we go. GG.
And this final time will be a 1:48.56. All right, well, that is going to be GG's. We will see if Spec would like to join us for an interview. All right, that being said, Vidya is at least starting to make a trip over to Icona.
Yeah, it looks like he's gonna try to finish the seed. Or actually, I think Jamie doesn't look at race time while he's racing, so he may not even know that Spec is finished.
Maybe.
Oh, he may know. Yeah, at this point, we're speaking 15 minutes in the past here.
That's true, yeah, because this restream is on a 15-minute delay. We're still waiting to hear back if either runner wants to join us in the booth. Actually, yeah, from our perspective, Vidya's still racing.
Ayo.
Yo.
That being said, Vidya now joins us in the booth.
What in the MX plus B?
Well,
Get it?
You're yes, I do know what that means, actually. I love my math classes. So this is going to sound really weird, but it turns out Spec didn't get the Great Bay Temple Waff hint in Ranch, which persuaded him to go to Pirate's Fortress before GBT.
Oh yeah, that doesn't really change much. I think like even then, like GBT, you do that pretty soon afterwards, right?
Yeah.
But no, either way, like I knew if this was just like a straight line, like it was, like I knew I was losing because I played the early game way too thorough, I think, for what this seed was expecting. So when I saw
Spec was pulling ahead in the beginning, just slowly creeping ahead.
No, it's literally just unga bunga, just rush the straight line, and then I guess if you don't go ranch, you don't know that GBT is way the hero, but you still have you have the ice arrow hit, so like doing it is just raw progression, right? Like you lose no time doing it. 34% had faith in me. The prediction is 34% too many. I saw the 148 and I knew immediately, this is just a straight line. My one, I was hoping there was be a slight saving grace if Spec happened to rep the same way I did, was on day 3 when he went to PF, and then maybe he would have chosen not to do all night mass, but that was the only way I could have won the race. So it's either result is fine with me.
Yeah, you just got light arrows about 10-15 seconds before Spec finished.
Yeah, sounds about right, because it was about a 15-minute difference in our finishes too. So
other than that, yeah, this was easy. This was definitely one of the more easy seeds of the brackets we've seen to date, considering what season 5 has been. It's been kind of all over the place. We were under the impression the hints were really powerful today, because they told you about, unfortunately, because of your opener, you didn't read the North Clocktown Foolish hint in time.
Yeah, I mean, that's not the first time I've been burned by an errant placement of a Foolish hint, so it's just par for the course. But dude, one of these days, Sphere Zero Deku Playground is going to work out in my favor. I do it every time, and it has not worked out yet, but I promise you it will work out. Maybe not for me, but for somebody else, they're gonna get a huge bonus for that.
Yeah, it is only a matter of time. I mean, it's rando.
Yeah.
If the logic says it can happen, it'll happen.
I mean, it was
But-
rough though. I would have played it the same way as you did. I would have gone to GBT. I would have then gone and cleared Snowhead Temple, Springtime.
I mean, I think it really just was the beginning of this seed being, do you want to just rush the line? Do you want to hope that there's a curveball? And unfortunately, there were no curveballs.
Yeah, we were very much debating how worth it was to rush Woodfall Temple. You were actually the first one through Woodfall Temple. Spec put it off for a little while because at the time, Spec did not get hookshot or fire
Figured.
on first pass. So ended up delaying Woodfall Temple a bit, although that ended up not being such a big I wouldn't say not being such a big deal. It ended up being just that the song was not immediately useful.
Yeah, the only
'Cause-
way that the song would have actually mattered, or like doing Woodfall early, the only way that really would have mattered in the position you're in is if it's healing. That's it.
Yeah, pretty much.
But that's like an interesting gamble. And if you don't have hook and fire arrows for Woodfall Temple, you're pretty much like you're almost guaranteed to lose time there. So I said, all right, I'll wait until I have hook and fire arrows, and then oh look, there's fire arrows right outside. So it's like, all right, there's no penalty in doing this now, so I will.
Yeah, and that made a lot of sense. Other than that, there really just is not that much to say. I mean, you pretty much summed it all up. It was just follow the line and make a detour.
Unga bunga.
I'll keep that Unga Bunga line in memory for next time. But yeah, no, besides the unhinted Pirates Fortress interior, yeah, the siege just spelt itself out.
Yeah.
Like, no extra song items, no detours. Well, besides Pirates Fortress, but...
Yeah, it really was just if you don't do grandma stories, that's like the one thing that can bite you, but... Oops. Oh well.
Well, that being said, you are still in it. You will just be sent down to lower brackets, which where does that put you?
Oh my god! I swear to God, if Ace Slayer beats me, I'm watching the entire Angry Birds movie front to back, no interruptions.
Beg your pardon.
Yeah, you heard me. Yeah, that's a rematch of last season, I think. So, or no, it's a rematch of season 3. Excuse me. Then we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I can get that done. Hopefully I can be out before next weekend, because I'm going to Sweden for a week next Friday. So ideally I don't have any more matches to play and I'm not holding anybody up, but yeah, we'll see how that goes. Oh, but if I win, I'm probably going to play Matt afterwards. Oh, I have to win now. I have to win against Ace Slayer and then get absolutely mollywopped by Matt. That is the dream path for me now.
Oh my.
Yeah.
Well, that being said, Spec joins us here in the booth. Spec, GG to you. Congratulations.
Thank you. I believe maybe you have a question or two, because I was looking back and maybe I did the seed a little dirtier than I thought I was.
Well,
You can't keep getting away with it.
You did end up. It actually, your routing was pretty much on point from start to finish. You had the better opener because you went south first, and by extension discovered North Clocktown Foolish.
Yeah, that was a good one.
It took us a minute to connect the dots on this, because at first we thought you were just god routing for the heck of it, but we didn't realize you didn't go to Ranch, right? So you never got the third Wath.
No, I never did it. I didn't have that Way of the Hero.
Which would have been Great Bay Temple for Goron Mask.
So let's go by parts. First of all, the very beginning, the opener, it was so bad. I was already molding. I was already. I mean, not until I was very disappointed, because I tried to do the things, as much as on a straight line with the Clocktown and Terminal movement and stuff. I mean, I had to invert because the Graveyard Fiasco, but whatever. But there was nothing, just no items whatsoever. So I was like, it's so over. And it's not like I was skipping Swordsman and Goma Bros race on purpose. I shifted to full clearing quite quickly after the first cycle. Pretty much had no items, and I had to end the cycle with that weird, observatory, then between Terminus Stump and Road to Icona Pillar, there are 2 big chests. Might as well get those with the scrub. I do have the wallet. That was such a horrible section, just bleeding efficiency. And on the next cycle, I did have, mainly 2 places to go. Obviously the north with the chunky way of the hero, or I could just go to Great Bay, and I had the very awkward back half of Cape only clear. With
I was surprised that you went to Cape instead of North.
So my plan at the beginning, I went west, I got a bit of minigame money, played the Scarecrow, did Swordsman, and flew to Milk Road in order to de-isolate Gorman Bros race. That's when I got the fire arrow. So I was like, oh, okay, because obviously the Twin Lions with the hero is always it's a borderline scam, because you rush it as human, a lot of times it doesn't have anything, and it's not like just go there every single time. In this seed it actually was, but when I did Gorman Bros race and took the Epona from there, I was like, I'm still gonna stick to it because the routing is better, but I could have pivoted and strolled with Epona all the way across. So I don't know. It is what it is. I missed the opportunity to get Ice Arrow at the entrance with the Death Dwarf, but whatever. But with the Road to Swamp way of the hero being only possible, being the bow exclusively, and the Twin Islands way of the hero, it was very likely to be Zora Mask. No, because of the Seahorses hint, because it had the bow not required. So I thought it was really likely that Zora would be in North, and in that way of the hero. So I was zero surprised that I found Zora there. And yeah, as I entered North, I stuck with the plan. It was like, set midnight meeting, do couples, Mask Town, Archery, spend a ton of time walking in Clock Town. Always hate it, but I was in full clear mode, mini games, human, no Goron. And then I really wanted to go to Woodfall Temple because I thought the song could be healing, except for song, and it would be quite huge if that was used essentially as a way of the hero. But it was new wave, so I was like, bro, just progression song, blah blah blah. Next location, 3 items plus remaining, just gonna go PF. And on my way I was like, oh, I just unlocked a temple I can actually beat because the Ice Arrow and stuff. So I was like, oh, you're kidding me, sure, whatever. And then as the SPF gave you an ocean of items, that All Night's Mask ended up being quite good because I could increase very slightly the check per minute on the section where I go get the midnight meeting item, right? I can just play stories, get 2 items, and then do whatever else. And then it would set me up for day 3, so I could have the option to fish for the 3rd way of the hero. And then I was literally by 1 item. But I was like, I'm just gonna go to Great Bay, which is essentially a go mode route anyway, because the IA chest hints, which I said a lot of bad things about it, but I come to like it actually, eating my words. So I'm just gonna fish for the insta go mode from here, maybe even entering Icona for the Stone Tower Temple, maybe. And then I have this fallback with the exact in-game time to ranch, where I can actually, solve the seed by the 3rd way of the hero. But then, just got the 2 items from PFI, and then Goron was in Great Bay Temple. At the very least, I saved myself a big Snowhead Temple full clear, if not more. So, yeah. This ending was,
Yeah, to be honest, I think, even if I was in the same position as you, where I didn't have the GBT way of the hero, I still probably would have done it first over PF, just because of the Ice Arrow hints, and just knowing that it's like, oh, that's just straight progression, you lose basically no time doing it, and then if there's nothing there, then you just go PF right after. So, I don't know, it made a lot of sense to me, but I can still understand people, do you value progression, do you value density? It's an interesting point flip there.
I would have done that as well, but so that's why I was frustrated. But as I was going there, I was like, this isn't too bad, because there are 3+ items remaining. But then, of course, the sea just literally gave me everything. 2 items plus perfect song layout, which you don't see often at all.
Yeah, that was really nice.
It was just absurd.
Yeah. Yeah, it is what it is. I was full clear mode from the get-go, so I think even in the early game, even if there's some inefficiencies, I was definitely feeling behind the entire time. So I don't know. It makes sense to me that there's a big discrepancy in the finish times based on that.
I was on full clear mode quite early too. Just that you didn't have anything but like, you know, bombs. I just did Honey and Darling. I'm like, I'm not gonna try to skip it. Crazy. But yeah, pretty much.
All right. So with that said, Spec, you will go on to face the winner of Sonaholic versus Cine. That match has not currently been scheduled, to my understanding.
I got some leeway time to heal from this cold. Totally why I botched Majora and like 3 other tricks, because I have a little cold from yesterday. That's what happened.
I mean,
yeah.
we do agree Majora was not nice to you today.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Wrath absolutely snowballed.
I had some Johns, like my hand. I don't know why my hands are so cold. Like I have no excuses though, because like Brazil's technically still in winter, so I don't know. It's probably, what's the temperature in Brazil right now?
Yeah. So this is a classic mode.
Okay.
Yeah. So I mean, I don't know the exact temperature. Maybe I have like a little clock here. I think it's still low 20s Celsius. So convert that, whatever. But yesterday it was just a typical really hot, you know, sort of not countryside, but not a big city weather. All of a sudden it flipped. It's like a very fresh wind, you know, maybe cold in our standards. Very likely to rain. Already rained a little bit out of nowhere. So.
Oh my god. Yeah. Well.
I thought the power outage meme was gonna become a real thing, but I was like, I don't think it's gonna happen. Not showing like it's fine at the end.
Well, it's 27 here, so like I got no excuse. I just got cold hands, I guess, the cold extremities. But,
yeah, the cold hand issue. Ever since I dabbled in a competitive game years ago, it was like it's just. You gotta learn to deal with it, learn to control as much as you can. It's a real thing.
Yeah, absolutely. This happened to me last year at SGL when we did Ocarina of Time. My first stream race against Tanjo, I had like super cold hands because the venue, they cranked up the AC like super high.
Oh.
And I complained about it. At the interview, and the next day it was boiling in that room. Like they heard me. They said, "All right, no more of this. We can't have this." But.
Yeah, anime events, you know, Smash Brothers Brawl tournament, also AC cranked up, and I was like, I can't move.
You're talking to a melee sweatlord here, so you know I'm well experienced in that.
Yeah.
Okay. Only other thing I gotta say, first of all, yet another loss for people with receding hairlines. You know, someday the bald guys will have their day, but you know. The heads of hair get another win. It is what it is.
Oh, I can't even comment on that because I do have the hairy gene. You know, not gonna go further into the detail about the rest of the, you know, but yeah, I'm just so thankful, and I'm like, you know, I'm just so thankful. How he keeps getting away with it. Version 2, you know, how much hair.
Second thing, just a little promotion. I mentioned SGL. It is a live in-person tournament on the East Coast, US, in Washington, D.C. It's taking place in just over 2 weeks at this point. We have MMR there for the first time ever, which I'm really excited about. We have 12 people in the bracket so far, which is great turnout for an in-person tournament. It does have a cash prize. If you're interested and able to financially afford the trip to Washington, D.C., I highly encourage our community to give it a chance. We've got some high-end talent. The other sections going. I don't know, and Check Rays are going. You got Wayuso, you got Drunas coming out. Like, there's a ton of people. I think Sonaholic's going to be there too. There's a couple other names. If you want to check it out, I have an announcement post in Race Announcements in the MMR Discord, or you just DM me on Discord if you want to talk about SGL. That's it. Sign up. Deadline is September 26th.
All right, wonderful. Well, I have nothing else I'd like to add. You know, this, again, straightforward seed, fantastic race from the two of you, and GG's.
GG's. You only won because you got lucky. No. This guy's all skill.
GG's, guys. Gonna wrap up the stream.